Okay, on the show today, we gonna figure out because this is a question that we all ask. We be all like, why is it racism still in the country? You know what I'm saying? Why is it still, if we go to school with all these kids and they grow up, why do they turn out to be just like their parents or worse than their parents? So we have a truth teller that's gonna tell the truth. Why is still racism in this country? Why does racism affect everybody? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure it out right now.
Like that not a lot of white people like to talk about because
My bad. Let's go back.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and here are the top 5 ways that hatred is passed on in white families. This is definitely a topic that not a lot of white people like to talk about because they prefer to stay race neutral or at least not air their dirty laundry in public, but I do have some things that I want to say. The first way that white people pass on hatred to their kids is literally at the dinner table. I can't even tell you how many times I've been in another white person's house growing up, and their mom or dad would say something racist.
So she said racism is embedded in them at their dinner table. So it's reinforced and it's something that is practiced as a group, not just individual when you see racist people out in the world. This is something that is practiced as a group. So she says it starts at home.
And look to their kid like they made a joke and wait for the kid to react. So in that way, the racist remarks almost has a point of bonding between the parent and the child. The second way that it's passed on is in sports, especially if a white family or a white team is playing against a team that is primarily people of color. White people will say race.
Okay, let me stop her. This is the difference between us and their families. We don't teach racism in our homes, but we do practice and we do teach our kids to be safe about police. We do tell our kids not to go out in them neighborhoods acting a fool. We teach our kids that. But far as in hatred and passing on generational hatred, we don't even hate like that. It's all in the programming.
Things. You see that defender, she was really aggressive and other microaggressions that get passed on to the child. The third way is...
Okay, now let me cover sports. This is why they kept your people out of all the different sports for all them different years, from baseball, basketball, to football, because of racism. It took us so long to cut through these areas because of systematic racism that's practiced as a group.
By discouraging their children from being friends with people of color because of certain inequalities that they may have. Number 4, moving their kids to a white suburb. Number 5, raising celebrities and politicians that are...
So she kind of blew past that one. She said moving your kids to an all-white suburbs. So if you don't interact with black people and you're not around with black folk and you don't talk with black people, you'll start to believe all the stereotypes that is pushed through propaganda in this country. You would believe that because look what she said. Move them away from the inner cities. Move them away from where black people are. Okay, there's no interaction. You don't get to talk to us. You don't get to play with us or anything, but you start believing into all the stereotypes that is pushed through the propaganda machine here in America, that black is evil, black is wrong, black is innately wicked. All right, carry on.
Racist.
Oh, she done. That was
But
it.
if we are to believe the FBI's definition of terrorism, then we know what's going on.
Apology after she says her son's elementary school teacher made a birthday gesture that was offensive rather than celebratory. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Angelicia Britton has the video at the center of a school board investigation.
Hi, Legend. Did you have a birthday last week?
Yes.
Legend Whitaker just turned 6 years old.
Can we sing happy birthday to you?
He attends Laurel Avenue Elementary in Bartow, where his class and teachers celebrated with a song.
Happy birthday to you.
But what happened next?
Would you like the funny song now that I sing?
Stirred up her feelings and anger.
Happy birthday to you. You live in the blessing. You look like a monkey. And you smell like what you do. Everybody.
Like, how old is this woman? You mean to tell me you got that much hatred inside of your heart that you even attack the children with your hatred? This is why I say in this country, everything is made up on racism. People sit up there and they say, oh, well, you pressing division, but that's been America's main goal, is to push division from the start. It says the United States of America. Ain't nothing united in this country. I want y'all to name me somebody who's really united in this country if it's not over hatred.
Legend says the song hurt his feelings. His mother, Desiree Prather, says the teacher sent her the video, and she went straight to the main office.
I automatically said that's unacceptable, and I don't.
You mean to tell me this woman is so bold with her racism to where she sent the video to the mama? Come on now.
I don't think nothing's funny about it.
Prather says there's a history of black people being described that way, which makes it extremely upsetting.
My skin is boiling. I don't even like racism, and to know where we come from and our ancestors. And for us to be labeled like that, because when they call us later, they saying that we're ugly, we act like a monkey and all this and that. I don't like that at all.
Polk County Public Schools district staff and the HR department are reviewing this. I followed up with additional questions, like is this the first time this teacher has sung this song to students? And I also asked, while this is being reviewed, will the teacher still be in the classrooms? I've not heard back yet.
I don't play games about my child.
In a letter to the school board, Prather asked for an apology, immediate disciplinary action, and counseling for her son. After receiving no response, she decided to show up in person.
That is just an active investigation. They can't answer no questions or anything like that.
Angelicia Bruton, 10 Tampa Bay.
Prather says.
And why is that? Because they really not gonna do nothing. Justice for Sonia Massey. That's what I gotta say. Now, at that young of an age, the children, they learn, you know what I'm saying? They learn. And somewhere in that child home, her parents are talking bad on my people, and we ain't never did nothing to them at all. But at the same time, this is what they teach inside of their homes. We as black people, we ain't got hatred like that inside of us. You think that we should have it, but we're God people. So we're not gonna have hatred like that. Everybody need to clean their house. That's on everybody. But this is one thing that we as black people, we don't teach our children, to hate another human being.
Be your one wish.
Not to be taught to be a racist.
Say it again.
What would be your one wish?
Not to be taught to be a racist.
And you would think, okay, coming out of slavery, way before the Civil War, you had all those black mothers, all them sisters, all our great grandmothers, all our great aunties, and they sit up there and raise white children. They really did. You know what I'm saying? They was taken from their children, set to raise white children, and it still was racism in the world. It just blows my mind, family. You know what I'm saying? When is the hate gonna stop?
What would be your one wish?
Not to be taught to be a racist.